Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk to you today about a simple yet life-changing idea: improving yourself. You see, improvement isn't just about doing more, achieving more, or gaining more. It's about becoming the best version of who you were meant to be. Improvement begins with a clear vision for your life. Without a vision, you're wandering through life, reacting to what comes your way rather than steering your own course. The foundation of this vision is knowing what you truly want and understanding why you want it. Your dreams are the seeds of possibility, but they need structure to grow into reality. That structure comes in the form of goals. A goal isn't just a wish or an idea. It's a decision. When you set a goal, you're making a commitment to yourself and declaring, "This is where I'm going." But setting a goal isn't enough. It has to have purpose. It must come from a place of meaning. You have to ask yourself, why does this matter to me? What will achieving this do for my life, my family, or the people I want to impact? When your goals are tied to something bigger than yourself, they take on a power that pushes you through the toughest challenges. It's important to be specific. Saying, "I want to be successful" is too vague. Success means different things to different people, so what does it mean to you? Define it. Maybe it's earning a degree, starting a business, improving your health, or building stronger relationships. Break it down into smaller, measurable steps. If your goal is to run a marathon, it starts with running a mile. Then 2, then 5. Progress happens step by step, and each step brings you closer to the finish line. There's also a timeline to consider. Goals need deadlines. Without a sense of urgency, it's easy to procrastinate or get distracted. A deadline creates focus and helps you prioritize. But don't let the deadline scare you, let it motivate you. It's not about rushing. It's about staying on track and holding yourself accountable. And here's a truth that's often overlooked. The journey to reaching your goals will transform you more than the achievement itself. Along the way, you'll discover strengths you didn't know you had. You'll learn to persevere when things get tough. You'll develop discipline and resilience. The destination is important, but the person you become as you work toward it is the real reward. Your goals should also evolve. As you grow, your vision may expand or shift, and that's okay. What matters is that you stay connected to the purpose behind your goals. When you know your why, you'll find the courage to push forward, even when it feels like the odds are against you. Improving yourself starts with a decision to pursue something greater, but it requires clarity and intention. Take time to reflect on your dreams and turn them into specific, meaningful goals. Write them down. Visualize them. Speak them into existence. Every great achievement begins with someone daring to believe in the possibility of something better and committing to the path that leads there. That's where your journey begins. Improvement requires not just desire, but discipline. Discipline is the force that turns your dreams into reality. It's the ability to stay committed to your goals day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. You can be motivated, you can be passionate, but without discipline, all of that energy will fade. Discipline is what ensures you keep moving forward, even when the excitement of your goals wanes. The truth is, success doesn't come from bursts of intense energy. It's built on the foundation of consistent, small actions performed over time. Think about any great achievement, whether it's mastering a skill, building a business, or improving your health. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens through relentless daily effort, even when no one is watching, even when you're tired, and even when the path ahead looks unclear. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation is no longer enough to drive you. The key to discipline is forming habits. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of working hard for a short period of time, but without creating lasting habits, that effort will burn out. When you establish routines that align with your goals, they become automatic. You don't have to think about them. They're just part of who you are. This could mean waking up early to exercise, dedicating time every day to learning, or making healthy food choices without hesitation. The consistency in these small actions, repeated over time, builds momentum and leads to long-term success. But discipline isn't always easy. It requires a strong mindset. There will be days when you're tired, frustrated, or overwhelmed. There will be times when it feels like the reward isn't worth the effort, or when distractions tempt you to deviate from your path. This is where discipline is tested. It's about pushing through those moments, staying focused, and keeping your eye on the bigger picture. One way to strengthen your discipline is to break down your goals into manageable pieces. Instead of seeing a huge task and feeling overwhelmed, focus on the small, achievable steps you can take every day. This prevents procrastination and keeps you from becoming paralyzed by the scope of your goals. When you take action in small doses, progress feels more attainable and the work doesn't seem as daunting. Another way to build discipline is by setting clear boundaries for yourself. Identify the distractions that interfere with your focus, whether they're negative influences or simply bad habits. Set rules that help you stay on track, like limiting social media, creating designated work times, or choosing healthy activities over unhealthy ones. The more you remove obstacles and temptations, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined. Accountability also plays a vital role in discipline. It's easy to slip into bad habits when no one is watching, but having someone to check in with, whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor, can make a huge difference. And knowing that you're accountable to someone else can help you stay committed to your goals. You can also use self-accountability methods like tracking your progress in a journal or using apps that help you monitor your habits. While discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, it's also important to recognize that it's not about perfection. Discipline isn't about being rigid or unforgiving with yourself. It's about being consistent. There will be slip-ups, setbacks, and days when you fall short. That's okay. What matters is that you get back on track as soon as possible. Over time, your discipline will shape who you are. It will become a part of your identity, the person who shows up, who gets things done, and who never gives up. This is the power of discipline. It doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it transforms you into the kind of person who is capable of achieving them. When you combine discipline with a clear vision, it becomes unstoppable. Discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving, even when the path gets tough. It's the key to turning your potential into reality and ensuring that you don't just dream about improvement, you live it every day. Failure. It's a word that often carries so much weight, fear, embarrassment, even shame. But let me tell you something, failure is not the opposite of success. In fact, failure is one of the most critical elements of success. Without failure, there is no growth. Without setbacks, there's no opportunity to learn what you're truly capable of overcoming. If you want to improve yourself, you have to shift the way you think about failure. Too often we see failure as the end of the road, as if stumbling means we're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. But failure is not the end, it's feedback. When you fail, life is trying to tell you something. It's showing you where you need to grow, where you need to adjust, and where you need to focus more effort. The most successful people in history didn't avoid failure. They embraced it. They failed repeatedly, and each failure taught them something new. Think of failure as a teacher. When you stumble, don't dwell on the mistake. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What went wrong? And how can I make it right next time? Every failure contains a lesson, and it's up to you to uncover it. Improvement isn't about never falling, it's about getting back up every single time with more determination and wisdom than before. The truth is, failure tests your character. It reveals how much you want something. Will you let a setback stop you, or will you use it to fuel your progress? There's a certain strength that comes from facing failure head-on, from refusing to give up when things don't go as planned. That strength doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it transforms you into someone who can handle whatever life throws your way. Another important thing to remember is that failure is a natural part of trying. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Playing it safe might protect you from mistakes, but it also limits your potential. Improvement requires risk, and risk sometimes leads to failure. But each time you take that risk, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. It's also important to forgive yourself when you fail. Too often, we're our own worst critics. We replay our mistakes over and over in our minds, letting them define us. But failure is not a reflection of who you are. It's just a moment in time. Let go of the guilt or self-doubt and focus on what's next. Learn the lesson, make the adjustments, and move forward. One of the most empowering realizations you can have is that failure is temporary. It's a moment, not a lifetime. When you hit a roadblock, it might feel like the end of the world, but it's not. Time keeps moving, and so should you. Each time you rise after a failure, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than any obstacle. Lastly, remember that failure is universal. Everyone experiences it, from the most successful entrepreneurs to world-class athletes to everyday people striving for something better. You're not alone in your struggles. What sets people apart is how they respond to failure. Some give up while others use it as a stepping stone. Be the latter. Use every failure as a building block, laying the foundation for the success that's waiting for you on the other side. Failure isn't the end of your story, it's just a chapter. And when you embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward, you're writing a story of resilience, growth, and ultimately success. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to value because it's helping you become the person you're meant to be. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful influence on your life. If you want to improve yourself, it's not just about what you do, but also about who you choose to walk alongside you on your journey. We often underestimate the impact our relationships have on our mindset, actions, and growth. But the truth is, the company you keep can either propel you forward or hold you back. Take a moment to think about the people in your life. Are they inspiring you, challenging you, and supporting your goals? Or are they draining your energy, feeding your doubts, or keeping you stuck in a place you no longer want to be? It's not easy to ask these questions, but they are necessary if you're serious about self-improvement. The right people, the ones who truly want to see you grow, will push you to be better. They won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll challenge your thinking, hold you accountable, and remind you of your potential when you lose sight of it. These are the people who inspire you, not just with their words, but with their actions. They're committed to their own growth, and being around them makes you want to do the same. The right people, the ones who truly want to see you grow, will push you to be better. They won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll challenge your thinking, hold you accountable, and remind you of your potential when you lose sight of it. These are the people who inspire you, not just with their words, but with their actions. They're committed to their own growth, and being around them makes you want to do the same. On the flip side, the wrong people can keep you from reaching your full potential. These are the ones who don't believe in your vision or who feel threatened by your growth. They might discourage you intentionally or unintentionally because they're afraid of being left behind or because they've settled for less in their own lives. Remember, negativity is contagious, and if you're not careful, it can seep into your mindset and hold you back. This doesn't mean you have to cut everyone out of your life, but it does mean you need to be intentional about who gets your time, energy, and trust. Start by identifying the people who uplift you, who inspires you to dream bigger, work harder, and become better. Who do you admire for their resilience, integrity, or passion? Those are the people you want to keep close. At the same time, it's important to set boundaries with those who bring negativity or distractions into your life. This doesn't mean you have to cut ties completely, but it does mean being clear about what you will and won't tolerate. Protect your energy because it's one of your most valuable resources on your journey of self-improvement. Another key step is to seek out mentors and role models. Look for people who have achieved what you aspire to achieve or who embody the qualities you want to develop. Learn from their experiences, listen to their advice, and watch how they navigate challenges. Mentors don't have to be formal or even people you know personally. They could be authors, speakers, or public figures whose stories resonate with you. Building a circle of growth-minded people also means contributing to the growth of others. Be the kind of person who inspires, supports, and uplifts those around you. Improvement is not a solo journey. It's a shared experience. When you help others grow, you grow too. Celebrate their victories, encourage them in their struggles, and share your own lessons along the way. Ultimately, improving yourself means creating an environment that nurtures your growth. Your circle should be a reflection of where you want to go, not where you've been. Surround yourself with people who see the greatness in you, even when you can't see it in yourself. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. The right people will walk with you, cheer you on, and remind you of your strength when the road gets tough. Choose your circle wisely because their influence will shape the person you become. Learning never ends. It doesn't stop when you graduate, when you get a promotion, or even when you achieve your biggest goals. True self-improvement requires a mindset that craves growth, curiosity, and the pursuit of knowledge. It's about recognizing that there's always more to discover about the world, about others, and most importantly, about yourself. Improvement begins when you decide to keep learning, no matter where you are in life. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every single day, there are opportunities to expand your mind and skills, to challenge what you think you know, and to develop new perspectives. But here's the thing, learning doesn't just happen by accident. It's a choice. You have to actively seek it. Start by asking questions. Be curious about everything. Why do things work the way they do? What can you do differently to achieve better results? Who can you learn from? Curiosity keeps you humble, and humility is essential for growth. When you believe you already know everything, you close yourself off to the very lessons that could transform your life. Another important part of continuous learning is stepping out of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't come from doing what's easy or familiar. It comes from pushing yourself into unfamiliar territory. Take on challenges that scare you. Learn a skill that seems difficult. Embrace the discomfort that comes with trying something new, because that's where real improvement happens. Books are one of the most accessible tools for lifelong learning. The wisdom of great minds, innovators, and leaders is often just a page away. Make reading a habit, even if it's just a few pages a day. Whether it's a self-help book, a biography, or a novel that expands your imagination, reading broadens your horizons and helps you see the world in new ways. But don't stop at books. Learning in the modern world means taking advantage of the resources all around you. Watch educational videos, attend workshops, listen to podcasts, or take online courses. The internet has made knowledge more accessible than ever before. Use it to your advantage. Seek out information that challenges your current way of thinking. Growth isn't about reinforcing what you already know, it's about expanding into what you don't. Learning also comes from listening. Pay attention to the people around you. Everyone has a story, an experience, or a perspective that can teach you something valuable. Be open to hearing others, especially those whose views differ from your own. Listening fosters empathy, understanding, and personal growth. Mistakes are another incredible source of learning. Don't shy away from them. Embrace them. Every time you stumble, you gain insight into what doesn't work, which brings you closer to finding what does. Instead of fearing failure, ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience? With every misstep, you're gaining wisdom and resilience that will serve you in the future. As you continue learning, remember that self-improvement isn't just about gathering knowledge, it's about applying it. What good is wisdom if you don't put it into action? Take what you've learned and use it to improve your decisions, relationships, and actions. Growth is an active process, and knowledge without action is like potential without effort. It goes nowhere. Finally, embrace the fact that learning is a lifelong journey. You will never know everything, and that's the beauty of it. There's always something new to explore, another skill to master, and another lesson to uncover. This endless pursuit is what keeps life exciting, meaningful, and full of opportunities to become better. Stay curious. Stay humble. Keep learning, because the more you grow, the more you'll realize that the journey of self-improvement is infinite, and that's what makes it so extraordinary. Improving yourself is a choice. It's a decision that only you can make, and it requires you to take full responsibility for your life. No one else can do it for you. People can guide you, support you, or inspire you, but at the end of the day, it's your actions that will determine whether you grow or stay the same. Improvement starts when you stop waiting for the perfect moment or external circumstances to align and start taking charge of your future. One of the most empowering realizations you can have is that you are responsible for where you are in life and where you're going. It's easy to blame others, your boss, your family, your environment, or even bad luck, but blaming won't get you anywhere. When you shift your mindset and take ownership of your choices, you unlock the power to change your reality. Responsibility doesn't mean self-blame. It means recognizing your role in shaping your future. Action is the key to improvement. You can dream, plan, and visualize all you want, but nothing will happen until you take that first step. The challenge is that taking action often feels uncomfortable. It requires effort, courage, and the willingness to face uncertainty. But here's the thing, you don't have to wait until you're ready. You don't have to know every detail or have everything figured out. Start where you are with what you have and take one step at a time. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers to self-improvement. We tell ourselves we'll start tomorrow, next week, or when we feel more prepared. But the truth is, waiting only delays your progress. There will never be a perfect time. Life will always be busy, unpredictable, and filled with challenges. The best time to act is now. Even small steps taken consistently will compound over time and lead to significant results. Taking responsibility also means being honest with yourself. Look at your habits, choices, and mindset. Are they aligned with the person you want to become? Improvement requires self-awareness. It's about identifying what's holding you back and having the courage to make changes. Maybe it's breaking a bad habit, letting go of toxic relationships, or confronting a fear. These changes might be uncomfortable, but they're necessary for growth. Accountability is another important aspect of taking action. When you set a goal, hold yourself to it. Track your progress, celebrate your wins, and learn from your setbacks. Share your goals with someone who will support and challenge you, a friend, mentor, or coach. Sometimes, having someone in your corner to encourage you and remind you of your commitments can make all the difference. Another critical element is resilience. Taking action doesn't mean everything will go smoothly. You'll face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but resilience is what keeps you moving forward. It's about getting back up when you fall and refusing to let challenges define you. Improvement is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Remember that every action you take, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming the person you want to be. The effort you put in today may not yield immediate results, but over time it will compound. Improvement is a journey, not a destination. It's about consistently choosing growth, even when it's hard, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. Most importantly, take responsibility for the energy you bring to your life. Your attitude, mindset, and focus are within your control. When you approach life with a sense of purpose and determination, you create momentum. Don't wait for someone else to motivate you. Be your own source of inspiration. Improving yourself is about ownership and action. No one else can walk this path for you, but the rewards are worth every step. You have the power to shape your future one decision, one habit, and one action at a time. So take that first step because your best self is waiting, and it's up to you to make it happen. Improving yourself is a journey, a lifelong commitment to growth, learning, and becoming the best version of who you are meant to be. It's not always easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but the reward is a life of purpose, fulfillment, and strength. Remember, it starts with a clear vision. Define your goals and tie them to something meaningful. Commit to the process with discipline and consistency, knowing that progress comes from small steps taken every day. Embrace failure as a teacher, not a foe, and use every setback as a stepping stone to something greater. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you, because no one grows alone. Keep your mind open. Never stop learning, and apply the wisdom you gain to every area of your life. And most importantly, take ownership of your path. Act with courage, purpose, and resilience, knowing that each decision you make brings you closer to your potential. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up for yourself even when it's hard, and refusing to settle for less than you're capable of. You have everything you need to grow, to succeed, and to thrive. The only question is, will you choose to take that first step? Your best self is waiting. Go out there and make it happen, because the power to improve your life has always been within you. Take it, use it, and become the person you've always known you could be.